So this is Peter at the Burkle Farm. I was just going to talk a little bit about our learning curve with guard dogs. Sounds like we got some turkeys in the trees behind these rams. So you can see our main breeding ram, and then we have another one that we're going to keep that's laying down. And then these guys are, I think, mostly wethers, or we'll sell them, but really good looking bunch. But this is our adult guard dog. She is about 2 years old. We bought her this year, and boy, did she just have a terrible reaction to being pulled off of the farm she was used to and then getting moved onto our farm. And she actually went and ran off for, I don't know, maybe almost 2 months. And when we got her, we recovered her, she was really underweight and extremely nervous. And so we just we actually brought her into our home for a little bit just to get her settled and feeling comfortable with us again. And then we slowly eased her outside next to the sheep, and then we ultimately decided to put her with the rams because the main sheep flock, she was a little nervous about all the moving around, and perhaps some of the cattle too. So we're slowly working on her, rebuilding her confidence. But to that end, when we thought about, well, we probably want to get another dog since we kind of run 2 sets, and as our sheep numbers grow, we just want to make sure that we have the firepower to keep the coyotes disinterested with our sheep, especially next year. We're expecting 70 to 80 lambs, and that could be a tempting target in April, May in Minnesota, when there isn't always a ton of things going on. But yeah, I mean, so we got her as an adult, and I don't know, I kind of felt like that might have been a mistake to uproot her at her age, but she's slowly acclimating back in, and you can see she's very comfortable with the sheep. And if I start moving around, she actually just watches me more than anything. See how she turns to watch me, and she's slowly over time becoming more relaxed and just kind of hanging with the boys. And we hear her barking occasionally. It seems to be mostly deer. Just her barking seems to keep away the predators. We really haven't had a ton of trouble with them. But all right, I'm gonna stop and go and show you the next dog that we just picked up, and it's kind of a different deal. But this one right here, she's a pretty dog, and we have high hopes for her as she gets a little older. And I want to say that she's half Marima, half Great Pyrenees, something like that. She came off of a goat farm up north. People were retiring, and they gave the dog to someone else, and then we got it from them. So she just had a bit of a rough transition all in, but acclimating well so far. But really, really pretty dog. And she's just not a people person. She really likes the other animals. If I go in there, she'll just go to the far end of the pen, and then if I leave, she'll come right back to where the sheep are. Our rams are actually, this guy right here is actually way tamer. All of our rams are tamer than she is. She just does not like to be handled. But, all right, let's go look at the other dog. All right, so this is our new Marima, purebred Marima sheepdog. Our daughter named her Shep, I guess for shepherd. And we're repurposing this little, I don't know, it's like a kid gate for our littlest girl. We took that out of the yard. Like if Anne's gardening, she'd normally put our baby in this to play in the grass, but we're using it for the dog. And she's getting unleashed supervised time, I would say. I supervise her while she gets unleashed time with the sheep. And it's been pretty funny to watch her Some sheep tend to just tolerate her, others seem to really like her, and then some of our older sheep are used, just put her right on her butt, headbutted her and sent her packing. So she's kind of learning her place in the flock. You know, and this is giving her exposure and time with them to bond. And my main battle has been to try to get my kids and stop petting her and treating her like a pet, because she is pretty darn cute. We got her from up north in, about an hour south of Duluth in Minnesota, which is pretty far north. And she came out of working parents, and I've been pretty happy with her. She's got a good temperament. She doesn't chase sheep. She's not super nervous either, but she's not aggressive, and just seems like a pretty smart little dog. We can probably, if we're clever enough, try to get her out of here and take her off her leash. And this is just a precaution because she's already run off one time and we had to bring her back. Come on, pup. Come on, Shep. Come on. And we'll see if we back up a little, if she'll come out. She might be done. She's done a lot of running around today. But this allows her to just be embedded with the sheep, and there's our lead sheep coming to see what the deal is, and the flock kind of follows behind her. We have her on a chest collar, a chest harness, because her little neck is so small. Oh, she wants to go back into her little place. Let's see what she does. Come on, little pupper. Maybe if we take her out and close it so she can't come back to her safe spot. We'll see what she does. She's been pretty friendly with the sheep. Oh, shit. She's been pretty friendly with the sheep. Just kind of going up and nosing them. And I'll get some footage of that as we train her and work with her. But I think this will be a bit of a longer process to get her to stay in the one wire. The farm she came out of was using those electro nets, which is a little easier to contain the dogs. But you can see the sheep, after about a day, just aren't that concerned with her. And they're just eating grass taller than they are. This is another kind of reclaimed corridor. This all used to be woods all the way up there, and I cut a corridor for this interior fence, and it goes all the way up the hill. But you can see she is just hanging out, and this is what I want. I don't want her zipping around. I just want her content to watch the sheep and keep them in her line of sight. It's a really beautiful evening here. I'm just taking some time to enjoy the animals and work with this dog a little bit. This one needs a little bit of work. She's only 10 weeks old. And, you know, patience in all things is going to get this dog to something really valuable. And we bought her from a farm up north that we really, really liked. I went up there and visited with the farm owner, and she was super knowledgeable and big fan of the Stockman grass farmer, just like me. And we're really happy. I saw her parents. Her parents were out with the flock, and you know, she was born with the flock, it sounds like. And I think this will end up being like just a really top shelf dog with a little bit of work. But yeah, that's about it. This is our new dog. Um, we'll give you updates as we have her, but I think the key is to just try to figure out how to bond her to the sheep at this young age without a mom to copy, and um, how to keep her in with one wire too. All right, if you have any ideas, we'd love to hear them. This is Peter at the Burkle Farm. Have a good night. That's our lead sheep letting old Shep know who's boss. And she shakes it off. That's not the worst one she got so far. I think it's probably a good thing that the older ewes are letting her know what the deal is. So when she's, 80, 90 pounds, she doesn't think she can get on a sheep and just wrestle it to the ground. I don't really see that in her temperament, but still good. They don't quite know what to make of you, do they there, Shep? You don't care, do you, 14? What? Oh, that's Fred the steer. That's what we want. Laying down with the flock.